What's up, guys? It is episode 18 of the BooCrew podcast. Pete and Chris here. It is Monday, June something, June like
It's the last day.
June 30th. Yeah.
It's the last
Tomorrow
day.
is last day of June. Tomorrow is July 1st. 4th of July this week. We're not doing a show on Friday. It's 4th of July. We're taking the day off like everybody else does. I feel bad for the people that have to work on 4th of July. They should get at least double pay. It is a holiday.
Yeah. And today's episode is episode porcelain. 18.
Porcelain.
Yep, it's for porcelain. So like Greek statues, and obviously the the toilet.
The porcelain toilet. What else is made out of porcelain? I guess sinks are.
Yeah. Maybe
Pottery? Is there porcelain pottery?
I think so. It's like the.
I mean, you wouldn't give somebody like if they're like, hey, we're having our whatever 18th anniversary party. You wouldn't take them a toilet.
I mean, you might if you've been in their house before and their
That'd
toilet.
be funny if you took somebody a toilet.
So look, this is the best gift I can give you. It's got a bidet and everything on it.
But yeah, so it is 4th of July week. I hope everybody that is on vacation this week. If you went to Myrtle Beach, I feel bad for you, honestly. My kids are down there, coast, Tides and Eve are there with the grand, which now her family has a nice house and they understand that and stuff. But man, there's so many people there, so crowded. Just everybody be really safe. Man, who knows what kind of crazy stuff could happen. Definitely be safe this week, but enjoy your time off.
Don't drink and drive.
Oh, don't do none of that stuff.
Don't do any of that.
But and do everything in moderation. But I already started my 4th of July week this week, and I had a great weekend.
You guys family up?
Well, okay, this was actually Friday start. I thought Friday started off freaking phenomenal. The weekend, Friday afternoon.
All right.
Like best podcast we've done, best show yet.
All right.
So we'll get to that. We're actually going to react to it and see. But yeah, I was playing ball Friday night. Look here, I got my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Pete
had a winner.
They had a team that was like set up to win it, and we had beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah, and I think it looks good in person.
So that's what we got. It says USSSA on that side, and then it's got your little logo over here on this side, and then tournament champions somewhere on there on the top.
It looks cool. Yeah. That's it.
You can admire, but don't look
God dang. I had to put it on my pinky finger for it to fit.
Yeah.
Look at that thing, y'all.
I ain't wearing it out nowhere. Hey, man.
You don't want to go show it off?
No, there's the church state, North and South Carolina State that we're playing with the church team. That's in August. I'd like to win that ring.
Okay.
There's like 50 teams in that.
Oh, okay. That's probably a nice one. I mean, not that one's not.
Yeah, it'd be, it's got a little competition, a little strength.
Yeah, more teams, probably better.
Yeah,
maybe better teams, because
there'll definitely be some good teams.
Yeah,
but we have a really good team too. So, but that'll be fun. The Saturday, coach come over to my. About that, guys, that little glitch there. My grandson Coach come over for the first time. My Uncle Jeff, Aunt Teresa, my mom, family, my buddy Randy. Yeah, Randy was playing with me Friday night, so we won it together.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, one pitch tournament, so it's a ball.
Yeah.
If you get a ball, you walk. If it's a strike, you're out, or you hit it.
Well, you hit it.
It's one pitch. Yeah, that's how they play it all in one night.
Yeah.
Randy pitched all those games. He walked 3 batters.
And that was like 5 or 6, 8 games or something like that?
No, we played 5 games.
5 games?
And he walked 3 batters.
That's killing it.
3, he threw 3 balls.
Yeah, I mean, throwing strikes.
I pitch too, but I don't pitch one pitch because I like to try to make batters hit a bad pitch, a pitch they don't want to. And so I need a couple pitches to do that sometimes.
No, the one pitch though, that's probably why Randy's just it's let's work, let's go to work.
I switched out and went in and caught for inning because it was hot and stuff. And me and the umpire, he's like, that dude never
The Chat GPT.
I don't know that much about it.
I did mention something about that. We can get back to that though. But that chat, that's what I was telling you about with the stuff where the guy can put in song lyrics, like say that he wants to write a song or something like that, and you can just type it in this AI thing, and AI will come back at you with a song.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we might get into that here in a little bit.
Yeah, but what was like he walked 3 people. Like I personally, so they have 2 girls on each team in this thing, and like most of these girls can really play. They all played like some kind of college ball and stuff. A lot of them did.
Yeah.
Well, the girl that was playing, neither of the girls on our team were the level of the other girls. So I said, look, I don't mind taking a walk. I got a good eye. If it's not a strike, I know how to lay off of it. Everybody knows that, like, I'm known. So I said, put her behind me, because if I walk, I get to go to second base, and she don't have to swing. She gets, and I was like, put us at the end of the lineup, because the dude that was batting leadoff was a damn hitting machine.
Yeah.
So put me on second base, put her on first, and he's hitting one in the gap.
Yeah.
We run it.
Yeah.
Tina, I told Chris, Tina is worried that I'm running too fast and I'm going to get hurt.
Pete says that he could beat me in a foot race coming off of second base.
Straight distance, Chris will beat me in the same, would I be, whatever, 60-something feet or something. Like, he's going to beat me straight. But from second base, from the crack of the bat, from second base to home, you are not beating me. You don't know how to turn that corner.
I bet I can give you a little bit of a lead off, and I bet I can still beat you in a foot race. I'm telling you.
Straight distance, yes. With throwing that left-hand turn going, that's all.
Y'all, we're gonna film. We're gonna get a video of this. Cody says his money's on Chris. Cody's played pickleball with me. I can move, can't I, Cody? What's up, Donna?
Well, we're just gonna see. I like in a straight distance, I'll give it to you. But when you factor in turning that corner, and like, I think Chris is gonna have to run to third, stop, turn.
What?
It's like, it's not gonna be like my transition in turn is like, is he gonna be ahead? And if we were side by side, would he be ahead of me? Yes. But when we go into the third base, am I gonna catch him and pull ahead of him again? Yes, absolutely.
I just don't believe that. I think I got it.
And Ty tried to race me in my pool.
Oh, right, yeah. This is good.
I have a big pool. I have a good size pool.
Yeah, you do.
It's 36 feet long. Like, I can't get up to full speed in my pool. So racing me, you actually have an advantage, because I cannot. Well, I have no idea what my goofy son was doing, but we were racing, and we started off side by side. I don't know how this happened, but I ran into him. I had my nose bled. Like, I don't know if I hit his hip or his head hit me.
What?
Like, I ran into him in the water. He
ran into you.
No, yes, he was crooked.
It was
there,
all...
the other time we did. So like after I got my nose stopped bleeding, I was like, all right, let's do it again. Let's go. I was like, just stay on. Like, we separated. We were like, he was on one side and I was on the other side. I was like, and when we got to the other end, I was like, what are you doing, man? He's all up against me. I was like, we were 10 feet apart. The pool is 16. It's 36 by 18. It's 18 feet wide. There was a solid 10 feet in between us, and he still swam over all of them.
So, but if y'all made it at the same time, that means he would have beat you if he would have went straight.
No.
What do you say, like a submarine crash? And I don't know how to do it. Every time I flip it, I mess it up.
No, he wouldn't have.
Like a submarine crashing into a dinghy.
We're gonna have to go to the aquatic center, because he was talking. Bring your wife and bring my grandson too. Big Daddy's going. I'm gonna show everybody why. I mean, bring the camera. We'll live stream it, video it, whatever you want.
Oh, I would love to see it. Ty's in really good shape, man.
We'll break it down and analyze it. He can swim faster than I thought he could, but
yeah,
no, he's not beating me. We'll do a 25. No, first we'll do a 50, and then we'll do a 25.
Whew.
That's it.
50 is one down and back, yeah.
And then 25 is just one way.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to swim that fast unless you really, you got to have the right technique. You being a swimmer and actually was on a team at one point in life, you do know some of the tricks to doing the thing. So, but Pete would kill me in the pool. I
did,
have no desire to
I
race.
Randy didn't believe I could do butterfly. I was like, can you do butterfly? He's like, no. He's like, you can't. I was like, he's like, wow, that's too much like work.
Cody, is that a challenge that I'm hearing that you want to challenge Pete to a swim? I mean, he's growing up around the pool. I don't know how fast he is.
In a 50, I'm gonna spot him 2 seconds off the block.
Oh, he said he'll spot you 2 seconds
Off the block.
Ooh.
If we're off a block, off a diving block.
Yeah. All right. He said, I mean, we could try it.
I'll arrange the pool.
All right, well, there we go.
The Wise have them.
Who?
Wise.
I don't know.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Wise. And Belmont has one.
Oh, the Y. I got you. Yeah. They got them. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can just go in there though. I don't know if you can just pay to go for the pool or not.
As long as they ain't got nothing going on, you just have to catch them at a time.
Yeah.
When there's nothing going on. But
All right.
yeah, we can go. We can definitely make that.
All right. Well, maybe we'll work that out. We'll see.
We'll video that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. And I definitely want to see him go against this kid though, because Ty's still young. He's young 30s or something like that.
33. We'll check. We'll set up our own. We'll have a little setup. We'll set up a swim meet.
So now, well, listen now. If we do the swim meet and say you race Ty first, y'all do your 50.
Well,
you take
why
a
don't I
little
just
break.
race both of them at the same time?
Oh, you don't want to do separate.
I'll spot both of them 2 seconds.
Okay, all right, there you go.
50.
That
Off
is a
the block.
challenge that I think Cody should accept. And Ty, you can do it, dude. I think you got your dad.
No, man. Technique. Ty can't swim straight. That's gonna be, we're not gonna be in this. I'm not gonna swim in a lane with him. That's for damn sure. So he's gonna be swimming all into the lane. He's gonna be like crashing into the wall like Rusty Wallace or something. Like NASCAR. He'll be all his side, he'll be all skin up and stuff. Like he can't swim straight.
Well, Cody just accepted the challenge,
Okay,
so we'll work that out. And we'll let everybody know whenever we go. We'll at least get it on video and maybe put it up on one of the podcasts.
Shit, take my shirt off on video. Nah. So, but actually, yeah. So, like, guys, I did something. All right, we're gonna react to last Friday's podcast. Like I said, I thought we knocked it out of the park. I haven't watched it because there was singing and stuff on there, and because of an experience I had a couple years ago where I videoed myself singing, and it was so freaking bad. And over the weekend I thought about that a lot, and I was like, was I really singing Leonard Skinner and shit? Like, wow. But like this might be really. Well, I asked Chris. I was like, "Did you watch the podcast?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "How was it?" He's like, "It's bad." I'm like, "What do you mean it's bad?" He's like, "Well, man, some people just can't sing or something." Whatever he said.
I've said it in a nice way. I've said that singing is really hard to do, and it's really easy to sing along with the radio and think that you're doing a good job because you're singing the harmony portion. In most cases, people are just singing kind of a harmony if they're lucky enough to be in key.
My
at all.
timing was pretty good, wasn't it?
The timing, except for one song we did, I had to keep up with your timing on one song.
Well, that's because you were playing too slow or too fast. You follow my lead, really.
That's what I tried to do was follow your lead.
Singer.
And it's really hard to be a lead singer. It really is. I struggle with it. When I go back and listen to myself, and 9 times out of 10, that's what I think. And I was like, oh
so
my
I'm
God.
we're gonna watch the Sling Blade thing. We'll skip ahead to it, but so this is like the first time I've actually watched it. This is my raw reaction.
It's be good.
If it's as bad as he said, he should have stopped me or one of you guys watching should be like, dude, stop singing right now. There were some people watching Friday.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, during the live filming, and they could have said, hey, Pete, stop, Pete.
I think that they were cracking up. I mean, and it's okay. I consider it to be like karaoke kind of. Not everybody's built for singing, but it's okay to sing because music makes you happy.
I know I sound better than the Joey Bro dude. B-R-A-U. It's B-R-A-E-U-X, I think. The dude that does karaoke with the gray mullet.
Yeah.
I think I sound better than him.
I think you sounded better than him too. That guy is really not good at all. I was telling Pete what we need to do.
I think some of that is a little bit on purpose. Nobody's is that bad.
God, I wouldn't think so.
Nobody's that bad.
But I was telling Pete that we need to get him to do like some Johnny Cash and stuff. He said that you're definitely better than Bob Dylan.
Hey, who said that?
Cody with a K.
Cody, you would love this. I have a true story. This is a true story. You know, I know what the highlight of Bob Dylan's career was.
The highlight of his career.
Yes, the moment in his career, if you like Bob, tell us about your career. Like, hey, I was in Charlotte in 1978 in the fall. And I was in the third row. I was on my dad's shoulders. And Bob Dylan and I, for about 3 seconds, made solid eye contact.
Really?
I was just a kid. Clearly the biggest moment of his life.
The biggest moment of his life.
If you ask me, like, what's that one moment from your career, all the stuff you played, all these shows and these legendary shows and stuff. Did he play Woodstock, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, even over Woodstock, like, what was that one moment? And they'd be like, 78, young kid lad with blue eyes, made eye contact.
What did he, how do I do it? How do I flip it up? There was a comment on there. When he stopped singing. I missed it.
Who stopped singing?
I think it was whenever you stopped singing or whenever Bob Dylan stopped singing? I don't know. I missed it, Cody. Sorry, buddy.
So, anyway.
All right. Episode.
There might be some haters. Might be just some haters.
Well, that's all right,
Haters gotta hate.
Look, the thing is
Chris might. I think he got a text message from everybody in the band and was like, "Why is he not at band practice with you? Like, why? Like, that is a flamboyant front man. Like, and I may watch this and be really mad at myself and be like, man, I'm just sticking to jokes from now on."
Tina said she didn't think it was that bad. So
Tina's the one that tried to bait me into posting it she's the one that got me hyped up. Like, no, it's good. You're really good. You're good. Like, not really. Like almost like it was turning her own good.
Uh-oh.
Like she played me. I think she wanted me to embarrass myself.
I mean, good comedy is good comedy no matter which way you look at it. What we need to do, though, is once everybody hears you on here, I need to bring over some equipment that has you where you can sing with a pitch corrector.
Are you gonna auto-tune me and stuff?
Yeah. And then have you sing some songs. That would be awesome. You'd sound like what's his name? Is it Lil Wayne or whoever it is with the robotic voice?
I don't want to sound like that. All right, so I guess we'll do the Sling Blade first.
All right. The Sling Blade, I thought was pretty good. You came into your own character there for a couple times, though.
I think I went into my own original voice. So let's see here. We have no volume.
Hey, whenever you're seeing this.
All right, so
You got 7 options.
we can turn some of this down for just a minute.
You got to get us over to the Sling Blade.
That would be when I got up and.
Were you nervous before you did the Sling Blade?
No.
All right.
I wasn't nervous at all. All right, here it is. All right, we're about to listen to the Sling Blade.
Good reaction.
Now, I will say this, that I knew the lyrics, and I had them written down. I probably should have Sling Blade rehearsed that. I think or there might be some other songs or poetry or even whatever, the stuff that's written out like that I might could do better. Like a Sling Blade movie review.
Yeah.
I could probably, as I was doing it, I was realizing man, this is a lot of freaking Sling Blade.
Yeah, there's a lot of words.
A lot of and stuff but I don't know. You guys tell me how you thought I did with it, but the Sling Blade was that was something new that I've never done anything like that.
It was funny. You did a good job. Next time we might need to do a shorter song, or like you said, some poetry or a short movie review would have been good. Look at the camera. The thing kept falling over.
That is just.
That's horrible film work right there.
I don't like that. I don't like that look for one thing.
It's where you.
My God,
You were sitting higher in the chair than you were on the.
Why? All right. First off, Chris, why did you not point the damn camera up like from here up? Okay.
I tried
I got
to.
shorts on and stuff.
I tried
thank
to.
God nothing like exposed itself. Like so, somebody thought, "What's up?"
That's why I said
Oh
we're
my
gonna get a different thing to hold this foam because
Oh.
it wouldn't work. It kept falling over. So
Note to self: wear jeans or rain pants.
don't
or
let
something.
Chris be in control of the camera.
Gosh. Okay, so that's crazy. Like, okay, there's one thing we know to fix from the few. We learn. See, we're learning from watching our own stuff. Oh, so, all right, there we're into it. Hang on.
So many times I said,
Don't be nervous, man.
I'm not nervous. I just want to get it. I just want to start off just the way I.
Oh man.
All right, here we go.
Once I get to the first scene, that's the. So I stay in there. Just tell me, make sure I stay where I want to be over here.
Yeah, you still do
You filmed it on yours too.
All right, here we go.
on your phone.
3 doors down, Here Without You by Sling Blade. 100 days have made me older. Since last time I saw your pretty face. 1,000 lives have made me colder. But I don't think I can look at this the same.
See, I was talking like myself there for a minute. I forgot. Stop laughing,
The
dude.
miles they separate, disappear now. When I'm dreaming of your face.
I couldn't stop laughing, dude.
That's not my best thing, babe, for sure.
I'm here without you,
I gotta get better.
baby. But you're.
The hand on the face kills me, dude. Whenever you cover up.
I miss you, baby. And I dream about you all the time.
Yeah, that's not winning a comedy contest.
I'm
That
about
needs,
you,
that
baby.
needs some practice there, Pete. I'll be honest, that is not that funny.
But you're still in my dreams.
That's too many words
It's a bunch of words.
for somebody. Carl can't say all that.
So we got to pick parts where it's smaller parts to let you do.
My God.
The miles just keep rolling. As we leave.
Oh, we learned so much watching
As
ourselves.
people leave their way.
I wonder if other people go back and watch. Like, I've made so many videos, I don't go back and watch videos. I do,
I've
but
heard
I
this
don't.
life is overrated.
I'll play them and let them play in the background.
But it gets better as we grow.
I hope something don't show from them shorts right there. I'm a little concerned after watching this.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is ridiculous.
This is so bad.
I'm here without you, baby.
This is so bad.
Just still on my lonely mind.
This is terrible.
I think about you.
Oh, my gosh.
Baby.
This is so
You're still on
bad.
my lonely mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
let's get really high and go upstairs and I'll do Sling Blade.
All the time.
Oh, let's make another one. There we go.
Oh,
It's
shit.
fine. We'll be fine.
But you're still with me in my dreams.
Oh my gosh.
And well, I reckon tonight.
Okay, so the next Sling Blade thing will definitely have to be shorter, much shorter.
Everything I know. Anywhere I go, it gets hard, but it won't take away my love. I love her. And when the last one falls, And when the last one falls down,
You got that damn
said,
your beater again.
I'm done.
I like this.
It gets hard, but it won't
I'll take it downstairs. I get the shit out of you.
take away my love. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What am I doing, man?
It's just because if you
It was just too many words. It was funny in the heat of the.
Oh God, I'll sing right here.
Go. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time.
That's better Sling Blade.
I'm
That wasn't that bad.
without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Oh yeah.
There you
No,
go.
no, man, that could be a slight panty drop a little bit.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
like that's
Look,
that's harmonic.
I'll give it to you.
That
What,
is
that,
quite
not too bad.
harmonic.
Pretty good.
That was wait a minute. Do we want to rewind and re-listen to that? That would like hold on.
Absolutely hilarious.
In my dreams, take away.
There it is.
Only you.
All right, let's listen to this again.
Right.
We only got like a couple people in here. We're gonna rate this on a 1 to 10.
It gets hard, but
Wait, not that.
I made it through it.
Okay, here we go.
Like, that's the first time I think I could do that better, but
I thought that was pretty good. Tiffany says on here that it Hold was
Oh,
absolutely
on, you passed the singing.
hilarious, which
That's
I
after
thought
the
was
singing.
absolutely hilarious. That was good.
it won't
And that's right after that.
take away
Because I went right
my
into it.
love.
I didn't tell Chris I was gonna do that.
Whoa. 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 It's just because if you guys were just wondering, that chorus would actually go, I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you.
Oh, they're spinning around
all
on the
time.
voice.
I'm here without you, baby.
Yes,
You're still with me in my dreams.
freaking phenomenal.
Tonight, girl, it's only
Yeah, it is.
You kind of want you and your band to learn to play it.
Oh yeah, we'll bring you out.
Yeah.
We'll bring you out there.
Oh,
Everybody, what do y'all think?
Hey.
1 to 10? Y'all think he gets a 10?
Freaking 10.
All right. Well, I'll get it.
Without auto tune or nothing like that, just a cappella too. Psh, forget about it.
Forget about it. All right, that wasn't too bad.
Be a hater. Like, okay. Okay. Now. Oh gosh, there's a
Oh
guitar.
God, there's the guitar. Donna gave you a 10, Pete.
okay.
Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. Donna gives almost every song a 10. Because we do that on TikTok. Like, she gives everything a 10 almost.
She-
like we
she's
could
family,
we could
you know?
definitely listen to the same music for sure.
Yeah.
Because all the stuff we listen to, she 10,
Right.
9, 10. Like one song, and it was, I don't even remember what it was. It got like a 7.
I'll tell you what. Before we move on here, I started listening to some new music over the weekend. Really, since like the late last week. Sturgill Simpson. Have you ever heard of him?
Because of you, and I think my mom knows who he is.
Just like outlaw country kind of jam music a little bit. Some of it, dude. Super good stuff, man. You got to go check some of it out. I could hook you up with probably one of the really good albums that you could probably latch on to. But the guy sings very country. He's from like Kentucky or somewhere like that.
Who's the dude that Tyler likes so much?
Childers.
No. Yeah, he likes him too.
Yeah.
But nah, the dude. Morgan. Something.
I think I may have heard of who you're talking about. I don't know who it is though. I just started getting into this outlaw country stuff, and I'm surprised that it took me this long to like something like that because that shit was good.
Hey, Alyssa will tell you I predicted that stuff years ago.
What country would do?
Yeah, outlaw country, like kind of crossover to rap and stuff. Like I predicted that shit years
Oh, yeah,
ago.
no, this isn't like that. He's country singing, but it's
What was
good.
the one, the Marshall Tucker song you said?
Can't you see? Damn, look at that video. My hair is gray as hell, y'all.
Okay.
Dickinson has me singing a little bit first. a ticket.
I need a
Flute.
flute.
Let's go.
It's got a flute in it.
And we're rocking the reaction video for everybody. See anybody watching?
Hold on. Let me do something. I got this. I could do probably the first verse or two.
Do I do it?
We have not. I can't remember. You
It's
did it one
interesting,
point.
right?
Yeah.
I know the words. Gonna take a freight train down that station and they never coming back.
Yeah.
See, I'm literally telling myself, don't do this, don't do
Or
this.
something like that.
My inner self is going, don't do this.
This is one that you should be able to sing.
I think if there was a lot of people, I would do a lot better.
It's tough. Sometimes that's better. To have a lot.
Yeah, more people the better.
Yeah,
honestly.
smaller cruisers are harder to play in front of.
Yeah, we're up here and it's just me doing the camera.
It's just me, man.
I ain't worried about that.
You gonna sing?
I thrive off the people.
What you think, buddy?
What does it got right there? Said?
Sure, let's give it a go.
That.
Oh no, we didn't make it through this one.
Nah.
Yeah.
She grew up. Hey.
Oh God.
It took me a minute to get loose in there. And when I did, I should have stayed tight.
Mama told me when I was young,
It's better to shine down.
sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say.
What's wrong with
And
you?
if you do this, it'll help you.
First time,
Some sunny day.
timing's good.
It wasn't too bad. Timing. I mean, you know, yeah, you're a little pitchy. Let's listen.
First time. But I went right back into the.
Or take your time. Don't live too fast. Troubles will come, and they will pass.
I can practice
Find
this.
a
Oh,
woman,
right.
and you'll find love. And don't forget, son, there is someone.
I mean, this is terrible, but I get like it's not as bad as I thought it
And
was.
be a simple kind of man. Be something.
I tell you what, you're feeling it.
Love and understand.
My God. I don't really know if I want any of my family to see this or anything.
Oh, I
I
definitely
don't want
do.
my son to see this. Oh my God. People freaking make reels out of it and stuff.
I will text him
I
right
will
now.
copyright him so bad. I will swear I will copyright strike.
I will text him right now and tell him.
So there was some Skinner.
Oh man,
Man, that was the first time.
You know-
And that's really, honestly, that's probably the first time I've ever really sang in front of a group of people at all.
and
Ever
it's
in
not.
my life, honestly.
Is it 100% horrible? No. Your voice is kind of on pitch a little bit. You know, it's in the right key or so. But I'm telling you, man, to sing it's hard, man. It's not
No,
hard.
if I do that 4 or 5 times, like, I'm Ronnie Van Zant. Up in here.
Well, we're gonna have to
Like,
practice
it
unless
might
you
be
do it again.
better. It might be better.
So we just played Simple Man.
It
And
might be better.
You think that you?
And like, that was not good. But it was not as bad as I thought it was, Chris.
Okay.
Like, it's terrible.
Well, I mean, that's
Like,
good.
anybody,
thought-
if you listen to that, man, I wish I could go back and pop up in the middle and be like, hey, you come back in a couple weeks. I like, this is the first time.
Right.
And I can't go back and say it on that one, but I can say it here. Like, I can do that. I can do that better.
I really enjoyed the eyes closed and the hand motion you had going on. Be simple.
Did I?
Oh yeah. You had eyes closed
into
for a
it,
minute.
okay.
Oh yeah. You was
Okay.
feeling it there once or twice.
Okay.
That was good. You know, Santana says that whenever you're playing a guitar, to make your guitar scream like his does, he said half of the battle is making the faces. He said, if you can't make the faces when you're playing, you ain't going to be able to make your guitar sound like that. So it goes the same, I guess, with singing. You got to make the weird faces and, you know, do all the cool stuff that goes along with being a front man, you know, to really feel it and let it come out.
And that's where the bedroom and music cross paths, my brother. You got to be able to make them cool faces.
Okay, all right.
You know, I'm just saying.
Are there different faces for different things?
I mean, yeah. But if there's eye contact or something, you don't be you don't look like dumb or anything. Like you be making I ain't gonna show no face. You just gotta be making a cool. Yeah, there's certain faces you gotta have a cool face for. There's certain faces you gotta almost look a little bit nervous for.
The surprise look a little bit.
Oh yeah, you gotta have the surprise. Yeah, there's all those. Yes, like people don't think about that, but yes, you have to. Like nobody really practices those faces. I don't think. That's maybe something you should practice at the house before you go out and play and do it. Much like I should probably, before I go do a live performance, clearly I would practice my singing a little bit behind closed doors. Well, now that I think about it, perhaps some people should practice their intercourse faces before they go out and practice intercourse.
Oh, shit. Man, that is hilarious, dude.
I just thought of that. Like I didn't write that. I just thought of it.
That's a good one. To go in depth on that in a stand up thing would be pretty funny. With the intercourse faces, that'd be a good thing to write about and have one.
Yeah.
Tina thought that was funny too.
I mean, you know, there's just certain times like, God, like I hate to be. I'm not gonna be too graphic, but if she looks up at you. You gotta have a smooth look on your face.
Does she have to have a look for their portion too? You know, like
oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like initial shock. Initial like hey ooh. Well then.
Oh my God, man.
But no, like once it's like how can I like when they look
you can't
when they look up are they like yeah well you know about that huh like kind of like yeah confident
oh that's right the confident look
yeah
oh yeah yep
like you about to like man if this is
yeah if this was Joe Rogan it'd be a little different.
Well yeah I have to I'm still filtered right now but man, I could unleash on this. Wow.
I'm telling you, this would be a good one.
If somebody was at the comedy show, they'd be like, he's funny, but he's really filthy.
Well, you know, that's okay. That's okay. I see some of those comedians that really hit off on the people in the crowd talking all kind of craziness to them.
Yeah. So like, if this was like a stand-up show, like I would have just went into vast detail about that.
I mean, that would be a good little skit at the open mic. Maybe we write one, and you can write one, and I'll go tell it at the open mic.
Why would I not go up there and take?
Didn't you say you wouldn't go? You didn't want to go to the open mic
around here?
We'd have to go somewhere. I wouldn't want to go around here and do it either. I'd have to go somewhere, you know, away from home.
Man, I'd say let's roll to like Atlanta or somewhere.
All right, go somewhere completely different. We need to. That's something we should talk about.
Where they're doing like 10 minutes or something. Like I want to go in there, and when I do my 10-minute set, I want everybody that's going after me to go, dang.
Hell yeah, that is what you want.
Like I like that dude kills. Like I do not want to follow him. Like that would be my hope anyway.
Yeah, but that was funny though just now.
As they're walking on stage, I'm like, you look like one of those people who needs to work on your intercourse face. So guys, like, if you've learned anything from today's show. Make sure you work on your intercourse face.
Yeah. Don't forget about that. And there's multiple faces, so.
And the funny thing is at some point everybody's going to think about this and have a laugh at the end of it. Like they're gonna be like, "What's so funny?" Be like, nothing. just make sure my face is right.
I saw this stuff on this podcast the other day.
I'm leaving you everything alone. Ain't no sunshine. Yeah, well, we're definitely not singing that.
Oh yeah, ain't no sunshine. Look at that face I got going on right there. I know some Neil Young songs too. Yeah, Pete's been singing a couple of songs, y'all. This is
New uncharted territory.
See, what you need to do is like read a good
Night moves.
where again? No, we didn't get through night moves. That's stuff I needed to practice.
What else?
That's a good one. You should know that one. YouTube didn't like the fact that I sang a
guess that's just not
song,
an
but they didn't hit
official
Pete off
song.
on
Well,
anything that
that's
he
the
said.
thing.
When Chris did the fish song,
That's right.
we
You
can't
have to
play
play
it
it.
again. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, they used to.
Yeah.
He did it too good.
They're like friends of the, everybody's like friends of the place.
I don't know all the words.
Thank God you didn't know how to play that. I would have been singing that too.
You sang something else. Because we didn't get through Mary Jane's Last Dance. We could just skip through all that one. All right, you gonna sing this one? Chris, play that song from Fish. Oh, maybe we'll see. Yeah, got us in trouble.
Spell.
Pete's gonna
Let's
sing.
Tell me just kind of signal when I'm supposed to come in.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
here we go.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, this horse with no name? Yeah, it is. Now,
On the first part of the journey,
you came in a little late.
I was looking at all the life.
We did catch up. We
There
timed
were
out.
plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The first thing I met was a flower with buzz and a sky with no clouds. Got mad, but the heat was hot and the ground was dry.
Look at that face I got going on.
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
Hold on, man. It's starting to click a little bit. Hold on. Let's try this second verse out. Yeah, I can't be doing no la la. My voice is way too deep.
Greg said you got a beautiful voice.
Thank you. After 2 days in the desert sun, I stand again to turn red.
You are country as hell, dude.
3 days in the desert.
I'm trying to kind of sound like the dude a little bit because he's got that.
And the story told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. See, you've been through the desert.
We should put this on Apple iTunes and re-release it.
In the desert, you can't remember.
Go ahead and put it out there.
Apple iTunes gives you 99 cents. Put it on the playlist.
Somebody would accidentally buy it for sure.
I hope somebody has this on their playlist on their phone. That would be my goal. I don't care if it's just one person. This version right here, they go and download it. It's like, it's shit on their phone. You jam it to it. They be cleaning their house and stuff. I mean, this is terrible, but I can do this way, way better.
A little practice.
Because I didn't really know the words to this. I knew it, but I didn't like know it. I had to figure it out.
Yeah. This is horrible, though.
Shut up, man. It's the first time, dude. Like, what are you doing? Ain't there one more verse?
Yeah, this is a long song.
See, I'm Tom Lynn.
I mean, that's horrible. Whoa. Alright. Oh, that was it.
Like, I would have. If you'd have told me last night, like, man, y'all gonna be up here singing in the desert, going through the desert on a horse.
See, we didn't even know we was going to do anything like that.
We didn't. That was all on
I'm
Will.
so thirsty, dude.
Dude, I'm going to have to.
I will release that on Apple iTunes right there. Make sure we re-record it. We get it a little cleaner.
Oh, we can get it tight. I know a studio we can go record. My buddy Cody will record us over at his house. He's right down the road from me.
It's gotta go Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I got.
So yeah, family and stuff at his house, they'd be like, oh,
He
let's
jinxed me at the
bring a
very
singer
beginning of
over.
this, and he was like, "Yeah,
They're
I'm
coming
gonna
like,
repeat."
the hell are they doing
Thanks.
it?
Maybe it's just him and his wife. And most of the time, whenever he's got music recording, I think he's doing that over there by
We got to
himself.
practice and
Bernie, come here, man.
learn like a Barry White song because you got.
own voice. Turn out
Oh,
the
yeah.
lights.
So we didn't
like
see
Great, I'm
windows.
supposed to chill in AC. That's what like it might be this might be a tactic.
We don't want to play that fish
Well,
song
I
again.
mean,
No,
we gotta pass through the fish
you
song.
know.
Alright, so
Can't-
we're-
can't-
Some
got-
people have superpowers, man.
Can't hate to play it.
All right, so we got the. Chris said it was a 4. It probably was a 4, but you could at least said it was a 4, but it can definitely be seriously improved very quickly and easily with a little practice.
You got to practice. You need for one. You need to sing along with the songs, and work on that. Because
Well, that song I don't really jam to, so that one. I mean, Simple Man. Everybody knows that song.
everybody knows Simple Man.
Hey, there's Skinner's version. Would be the best version. Charlotte Daniels did a pretty good version of it.
I don't know.
My version would probably be number 3.
Oh,
Shine Down.
you before Shine Down, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I actually, that just come across one of my Kid Rock Pandora or something when I was in the shower. And I was like, it's terrible, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've heard you speak ravingly about that version of that song. I'm not feeling it.
Man, he sings the hell out of that
Where are
song.
they from?
Probably not the South.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like you could just there's just something not genuine about it.
I tell you, whenever I saw him, I saw him at like a Carolina Rebellion thing years ago, like 2012 or something like that. And man, they weren't as good as I thought they should have been. Man, that guy's a really good singer in the studio, but live he doesn't hit any of his big high notes. None of them. He brings it down a little bit instead of taking it up. And I tell you, your girl that you like so much, Amy Lee, was the exact same way. She didn't hit any of her high notes when I saw her live.
You bite your tongue so it bleeds.
Hey, till it bleeds.
Yes, you bite your tongue.
You know, she may be an attractive woman and all, and she can sing. But for some reason, she didn't hit any of her high notes, and I was very not impressed at that point.
Really?
Yeah, really. And even back then, Marshall.
I didn't like them back then.
Oh yeah.
I dated a crazy girl named Amy who was alcoholic. And she was all into him. So I didn't want nothing to do with no other bitch named Amy.
No, I hear you.
So I wouldn't even pay attention to their music.
Yeah.
It was years later, and I was like, damn man, that girl can really sing. And then I seen it, I'm like, whoa.
It's funny how us men think like that, though. You know, you get a bad, you date somebody that's bad for you, and then you take her name, and it's like, okay, yeah, there would be no more Shelleys or whatever.
I'm not one of those that is influenced by people, but I'm just saying, if I was dating Amy Lee and I rolled up to something, we were all hanging out, and I had a little bit of like black mascara or something on, like if I went a little gothic, don't be surprised. And I'm not usually influenced. It would usually be quite the other way around.
So you go put you some powder on,
Like,
so you're a little lighter.
I wear a lot of black anyway, but I'll be wearing I'll be dressed in all black. Hello.
Yeah, all black with some white powder on your face, black lipstick, black eyeliner. Oh yeah, I could picture you like that. You would look hilarious, dude.
But man, like, and I guess guys have this effect on women too, like Elvis, even little Goofy Rod Stewart and stuff. Like, you know who could definitely, a woman who could definitely sing me into the bedroom?
Who's that?
Ann Wilson from Heart.
The
The brown head one.
Yeah, the main singer, yeah.
That girl can sing.
She
And that
can.
one song where she says, what does it say? Walk those legs right over here and give me what I'm dying for. All right, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me quote Wyatt Earp. Like, you calling for you wanted the thunder? I'm coming.
Yeah.
Just saying. Like, my name's Thor. I got a thunder.
Tell you what, from the singers from back then that I really liked a lot, and this is probably
Back then?
this is more like 80s, I guess. And it would have been I'm not real big on real skinny women. You know, not there's anything wrong with anybody's size, but the Pat Benatar. I thought she
Is that Pat Nebitar? That's what Beavis and Butthead call her, Pat Nebitar.
No, I liked her. I liked her.
I didn't like the Pat. I don't know, man. There was something about her, like, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm trying to think.
Just
back then.
too much woman for you.
No.
Too strong.
I mean,
too much
you got to think
confident
when
woman?
Pat, like at the time, Whitney Houston was coming up.
God, man, Whitney Houston was the best singer ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What other girl singers from that era? It's not really that era. I like the girl from the Cardigans. Oh my God, I can't remember.
I don't know who the Cardigans are.
They sing that song "Favorite Game," losing my favorite game. They had some other.
What about the girl from the Bengals?
Suzanne Vega.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked her.
She does. The rest of them, no. Oh no, the girl. Do you know who the Divinyls are? DAVI.
No.
Divinyls.
No.
I know you've heard that song. I Touch Myself.
Oh yeah.
Man, what? Oh gosh, I can't remember her name. She passed away a couple years ago.
The singer.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that video?
I don't know.
I don't know if there could be a better girl to sing that song.
Okay.
And they do a lot of like short, like quick clips of her, but they also do other quick clips where it's showing like her entire like I'm telling you, like that girl's personality, and I don't know if she was always like that. I don't know much about her other music, but that video right there, like the way they made that video with her persona and stuff, out the park.
Let me guess. That era of stuff, was she in some tights with like the underwear tights over the top of the leggings?
Maybe. I don't remember exactly, but
like the 70s workout things for women, dude. That stuff to me is hilarious. You come from a generation where that. I mean, you were still young during that time, but I mean, that's probably some stuff that you liked back then.
Remember Jazzercise?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the kind of outfits and stuff that I'm talking about.
Man, thank God it didn't happen. Alyssa was in like probably 8th or 9th grade, and I fell asleep in the living room. And a lot of times she'd come wake up, Dad, you need to get into bed. It'd be like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I was watching like The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
Great movie.
Fell asleep. Well, like 4 in the morning, Cinemax After Dark was on. And I'm laying there, and I wake up, I'm like, I see what's going on TV. I'm like, man, can you imagine if Lisa would have come downstairs like, Dad, what are you watching?
Oh, that'd be embarrassing for both of y'all.
Yeah, that'd been awkward. Getting up, turn. I changed the telegram. Like, I'm glad Lisa didn't come there again. Because a lot of times she was like, Dad, she used to love to sneak up on me at night to see what I was doing. She caught me listening to music that I would never openly admit to listen to.
Oh yeah. We talked about the Zach Brown.
Yeah, she caught me cold as ice.
Yeah.
Stayed outside for like a minute. I was all denied. I wouldn't listen to that. So I was skipping. It was an ad.
She's like, I've been standing outside the door. I heard you the whole time.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
So that was like my initial reaction. It's not as bad as I thought it'd be.
It's not as bad as I thought it was either. In the moment, it was rough. Though.
Like watching it, I could see where I could polish it up a little bit on my end, definitely.
Yeah, I think the biggest polishing would have been the from watching the video is the sling blade, man. I thought the sling blade was much funnier in person. I don't know why, but I'm sorry about the bad shot too from the camera, man. The legs on the camera stand wouldn't hold up, so it kept falling. That's whenever you were all flying around on the screen. I tried to fix it, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, that was. It almost went OF there for a little bit. Like, have Pete read you a poem in his shorts.
Dude, I've had some spam message on my Instagram account that's been from some girl that's wanting me to go to OF and check her out, and I'm talking just as if you would probably talk to like a telemarketer. Okay, I'm not talking to try anything because I know it's a scam, and I'm really just doing it to get a rise out of the person more than anything. And she's all, so where do you live? I told her roundabout where my area was, and she was like, oh, that's where I'm from. I was all, oh, really? What do you like about here? Oh, the sunrises. And she's going on, and she's like, you need to come to my OF so that we can meet, and you can support me. I was like, look, all right. I was like, I don't support without meeting first. And she was, oh, well, I want you to support so that we can meet. And dude, it's been an ongoing thing for a few days with this stupid ass person, man. It blows my mind that people actually. For one, it blows my mind that people are on there making money, dude. I can't believe that. And I mean, that's just like that's legally just passing it out
I've
there.
never actually looked on there on that. I don't even know what you type in.
I don't.
Go to that.
I don't either. I mean, I've never went either. These are just like those fake spam messages that you.
But there is a girl I know that does really well on there.
Really?
That I follow on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I would never pay, but if I was going to, I would go look at hers, just to see what was going on.
I mean, it's just like going to one of those clubs, that
I actually hadn't seen her in a long time on Instagram, but I'll show you.
I just don't get it. It doesn't do it for me.
I never.
Give me the real deal any day of the week, man. I don't need to go online and just look at some stuff. That's retarded.
Yeah,
no, it's not retarded. Excuse me. It's just stupid. All right.
I mean, like I said, I've never even been on there, but kind of like you got to be kind of curious, like what's going on that rack.
You know what's going on?
What does 1995 get me?
Like, it ain't gonna get you enough.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same kind of stuff that was.
I've never messaged, interacted, or anything like that. Just follow her. I just come across my feed one day. I was like, and I looked at a few. Actually, I seen her on TikTok first, and I found her on Instagram. Yeah. But she does like. You see some spots she goes on vacation and does her pictures and stuff from. I guess video. I don't know. Like, dude, all I see is her Instagram stuff, and she's in some cool places a lot.
I know, man. A lot of those people are in cool places. That means they're making a fortune.
Yeah, like you should see her Amazon wish list.
The Amazon wish list, and that so people go on there and just buy stuff.
Man, there's stuff that's expensive on there.
I mean, so what do you think they're doing whenever they get a big spender and they're like, "Oh, I just purchased this $1,000 thing for you on Instagram." What do you think's happening?
I don't know.
Yeah,
there's different levels. Now, so I think they lived in Colorado. There was a couple, and I think both of them were police officers.
The OF people, like they're on there.
Yeah, well, they were both police officers, but at night, but they were doing stuff with each other. But they were sharing it on there. And somehow somebody
like streaming.
Man, I don't know what they do on there.
I mean, me either, man. I don't know either. That's why I'm asking. So that's so strange.
I know Ty got catfish. Somebody catfished somebody saying they were Ty.
Yeah.
But that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, no, they were. But I think what they were doing is you could pay like whatever, and I don't know if they was doing it live or making videos, but they were putting them out there. But they was just with them two. Wasn't nothing real crazy or nothing. And they got somebody seen it, and it got back to the department that they worked for, and they got fired.
Huh. How about that?
Do you agree with that or disagree?
The person that caught it got fired?
The people that were doing it, the couple, I think both of them were doing it, and both of them were officers.
I don't see the problem if they're doing something like that. It's their own business what they're doing, and if they want to pass it out there, they can, as long as they're not doing stuff in like their uniforms.
I mean, they're putting it out there publicly, but not like YouTube publicly. Like you got to go.
Yeah, you got to go pay for it. Yeah, but I mean, as long as they're not in their uniforms doing stuff or on the clock doing stuff, I think that this should be fine. That's just whatever they want to do. That's their own personal business.
I can't remember. Tina felt strongly. I can't remember exactly how.
Huh.
Like I'm kind of torn on it. Like, man, are you held to a higher standard in certain jobs? Yes. But man, like now this compared to like if like a pro athlete does something to get in trouble or something, they're like, oh, kids look up to you, you're a role model. Man, kiss my ass. No, they don't. I mean, yes, I mean they do,
Teachers have been fired.
but I never asked as much. You see how big of a Kobe fan I am. Like my most expensive, most prized shoes are a pair of Kobe's.
Yeah. Tiffany just said something about a teacher on here. I can't ever get the comments to pop up, dude. Teachers have been fired for it, or, for things like that. Now, teachers, I think, is different. If a teacher messes with a student, that's an automatic fire right there, and go to jail, because chances are they're not even in the same age bracket. We're talking about something that's like, these people were police officers, and they're doing this stuff on their own time, off the clock, and either one or both of them got fired for doing stuff. But on a platform where someone has to pay to go watch, and then those people can also pay those people that are doing their videos and whatnot on there. I think that should be. I don't think there's a problem with that. But if it was somebody that was like an actor or something like that, I think it would be a different. I guess it would depend on the occupation.
Like when an athlete gets in trouble for something, and it makes the news, and a lot of them will be criticized. Oh, kids look up to you, man. That's a big problem with people. They expect people to be role models to their kid.
Yeah.
Be your kid's own role model.
I agree.
Raise your own damn kids.
I agree with
you.
Hey, Sean.
And I am not like Ron White said it about when Tiger when he got caught cheating and all the stuff he did. Ron White, I'm not stealing his joke. He said it, but he goes, it's not the number of times that he did it. It's the amount of times he was able to turn it down. And because his wife, he said in the joke, his wife says, well, such and such, he's never done it. And he's like, because nobody wants to do him. Look at him.
I mean, you got a point there.
He's had zero chances and he's never done it. As far as Tiger Woods losing his sponsors and stuff, if I'm one of his big corporate sponsors, and when all that stuff hit the fan and everybody started dropping him, before I drop him, I want to win a golfer. I'm going to have my people find out who is he with when he played good, who is he with when he played bad.
Yeah.
If he was with them other girls when he was on his A game,
bring him back.
Get him some girls.
Yeah.
Clearly he likes blondes.
Yeah.
I'm not I've always found that extremely frustrating when people criticize athletes when they get in trouble when they've done something.
Yeah.
Because from the role model. Man, raise your own kids. Surround your kids with family and friends and people, to be and you know what? And even especially with my son, I won't say no names, but you know. I let my son be around people that were complete fuck ups.
Yeah.
People I didn't have no choice. I had to be around, but I wanted him to see what living that kind of life would get you.
Yeah, that's right.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Or the kind of life they did. I wanted my kids to be able to see I can't go out like that.
Well, you teach them both ways, and then they know. They're like, well, Daddy knew this one guy didn't have nothing, and he struggled his whole time. But watching Daddy do it, and he had this and that, and he was able to be, be a strong, independent person. It's good to show kids that kind of stuff, man. Real life stuff for kids, I think, is important. But I don't have kids, so really, in all honesty, I don't really have an opinion. So,
but yeah, man, I started liking sports when I was really, really young. I played sports when I was young, real young. And I never, I had favorite athletes and stuff, but man, honestly, my male role models would have been my grandfathers, my dad, well, both my dad, my real dad, my stepdad, my Uncle Jeff. Man, I had one uncle that turned out to be not a good person. I won't go into it. And I was 12 or 13 when I found out what a terrible person, the terrible things he had done.
Yeah.
And I was so pissed off because I had so much raising me and helping me be the person that he was one of the people he is a big responsible. You know me. If somebody says something to me, I'm not backing down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be like no. Like I'm no. Like I'm not that person.
We saw the push-up competition in here.
Well, I'm just like, but he's one of the people that played a role in that. Like that was the people, and you hear those stories where stuff happened like with terrible stuff with kids, and the person will be like, if you tell anybody I'm gonna do this, they'll threaten them, and they'll keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if anything like that could ever happen to me. But I might have said, if you tell anybody, I'm gonna be. I'm like, hey, life, that I am. As soon as I get, man, I'm telling you right now, the men in my life, if I don't get it, bet your ass, I am telling everybody. But I know I'm to myself, oh, you buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, straight down to tell.
Yep. As soon as you get home,
Oh, yeah.
hey, you ain't gonna believe what happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, go, like, licks
And
in,
so you
too.
always had that mentality talking about let's go get him.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the men, that was my role models.
Mhm.
Like, and that helped make me, that's who made me the person I was.
Yeah.
And a few coaches, no teachers. No, I don't remember any teacher that I had. I know there's really good teachers out there, and I had a couple okay ones.
Yeah.
Some of the football coaches, because they kept my ass in line.
Yeah, I bet because you're a good player. You know?
Oh yeah, you can't, yeah. Like I had to sit up front and I still I couldn't be.
Did you have to wear your suit to school or dress up on the Fridays for football?
Man, nah, I'd wear my cool man, what are you, jersey man.
No, that's what some schools make you dress up.
Yeah, no, basketball I had to a couple times. I hated that. But football was cool because pep rally, jersey, and
Oh yeah.
that's all right.
Huh? Well, as far as like teachers, I remember a couple of them, but I can't really remember their names. But I do remember a couple of teachers that were influences, but there weren't many for me. But I'll tell you a quick little snippet. The late Mrs. Marcia, she was a school teacher, and she was one that really cared. And I don't just say that because we were together. She really did care about the kids, and so whenever we had her little service or whatever at the end, there were some families that came, and they told me, and some of them were like 3 and 4 years before, and they were like, we wanted to come and show support and just tell you that these kids really, Marcia really had a big what's the word I'm looking for, a big part in their life.
Right.
Said that she was one of the biggest influence. She was one of the biggest influences on them. And I had several people come up and tell me that about her. So she was probably.
See, I never had teachers like that.
Yeah, Marcia cared, man. She was strict kind of in how she did things, but dude.
In Florida, most of the schools had too many students for the teachers to be too much like that.
Again, she worked at a Montessori school, and she only had like 12 kids in her class.
Right.
But she dove into that kind of stuff, and she loved it. And the kids were a little different. They're higher class people.
I definitely had a couple of black coaches. One of my friends I went to school with, we messaged on Facebook a couple years ago, and I was telling him about how I played ball throughout the years and stuff, and like his dad always coached baseball, but he was always at football practice. He was like assistant football coach every year, but he was our baseball coach.
Yeah,
and but he was always at basketball. He was always at everything, and actually, me and CJ played on different. We were on rival basketball teams, but he was always, you know what I'm saying, and the respect I had for his dad. Like I told him, I was like, man, because he had retired a few years back, and I was just, I sent him a message like, and I messaged his dad also, but I told CJ, I was like, man, I said, do you know how much like I remember what an impact he made on all of how he was as a dad. Like I want to be like him.
Yeah,
I want to be like Chuck. That was his name. I want to be like Chuck.
Yeah, those kind of people are real. On the baseball field and stuff. They're cheering for not just their kid; they're cheering for everybody. And
I had another coach that, man, he was an offensive coach. And I had him for a head coach a couple times, and I had him for like offensive coordinator.
Football?
A couple times. Where he would call the offensive plays, and I had him for a head coach where he called offensive plays. And he hated the fact that I talk so much junk. Boy, I talk from the time the game would start. That's how I motivated myself. If I said it, I had to back it up.
And then nothing's changed, y'all.
And like man, I can tell you stories of times that me and him stuff that he did to me during games and would set me up to get hit before, but he when
Set you up to get hit.
yeah, man. I got a real quick story. On the first play game, we used to run option, and back then, option offense. That's where the quarterback could either run or pitch it.
Yeah.
I was not a running quarterback.
Okay.
So I did not like running the option because on the option, the middle linebacker's job is no matter what that quarterback does, you plant him, you put him in the ground.
Yeah.
Well, the first play of the game, we run an 18 option. That's wide right option. 18 holes the wide, far out, and that's with the tailback.
Okay.
So the tailback swings out. Right as I get about to the line of scrimmage, I pitch the ball. Number 55, the linebacker, does what the middle linebacker's supposed to do. He planted me in the ground, knocked the wind out of it, made my back crack. I'm just looking, but I hear the crowd. So I know something's good happening. We're home.
Oh, yeah.
So I looked down the field, and my boy ran for like 40 yards. We was down to like 25-yard line on the first play.
No.
And he got up and was all hitting his chest, and I got up, and I was like, what y'all pumped about? I was like, we about to put it in the end zone. And then I said something that I really should have never said to that dude. I said, is that supposed to be a hard hit? Can I say this? I can't say. I told him that I hit his mother's stuff harder than he hit.
Oh.
He was really mad. The very next play, he got a 15-yard personal foul because I handed off the ball and was standing there, was getting ready to turn around and look at the coach to see what the next play was going to be, and got blindsided. So, like, we were like 4 plays in. He had a couple personal fouls. He'd hit me every play.
Damn.
We got down to 25. We backed up a little bit, and the coach come out and was like, normally the way we would do a timeout, because I was quarterback, I would walk, I'd meet him on the sidelines, we would talk and walk back to the huddle, and then he'd walk back.
Okay.
And that's how we always did it.
Okay.
Timeout, he was already basically into the huddle when we got together. And here he comes. And he didn't say nothing about what was going on in the field plays or anything. He walked through the huddle and goes, Moss, what did you say to number 55? I was like, I didn't say nothing, coach. This is back then. He snatched me by the face mask, like, what the fuck did you say to number 55? So I told him. I told him I hit his mama's harder than he hits. And he pushed me back and went, 18 option. And he turned around and walked off.
Set you up.
Oh, yeah. He was like, you want to talk? You want to run your mouth? And I was like,
pull up the comment right there, man, would you?
I was like, F him.
Since you can't imagine you as a quarterback.
Why?
I don't know.
Really?
I've never seen him throw the football, but he claims that he's pretty good, has some pretty good aim, and like.
What would you picture me as? Like what?
What
position would I play?
You think he'd be a good linebacker?
I'm big enough to play linebacker. I had to play football against monsters. So anyway, but he would do stuff like that. He would call me out in games, yell at me where everybody could hear and stuff. And there'd be even in Pop Warner and junior high, everything. There'd be a lot of people at our games. High school, a crazy amount of people.
Yeah,
thousands.
Yeah.
And but you know what? He made me feel. One of the things he told me is after I'd finished school and wasn't playing ball anymore, it was right before I moved back to North Carolina. We ran into each other one day. And he had a couple sons that were really good, hard linebackers. They were linebackers. Them boys could hit.
The coach?
Yeah, Wolf. Their last name was Wolf. Them boys could play. They were both good.
Yeah.
One was a little bit older and one was a little bit younger than me. And he coached football for years there where I grew up at. And he told me, we were talking and, and he goes, man, I really enjoyed you playing for me all these years. And I was like, really? I was like, I always thought you hated me, coach. He goes, never hated you. He goes, I hated that mouth of yours. He goes, but you would back it up. But then he said, you know what my favorite thing about you is of every kid that I've coached? He said, including my own sons. And I was like, what's that, coach? He said, no, I grew up in Florida. The teams are very mixed with races.
Yeah.
He said, "You're the only white kid that I've ever coached that not one time ever did I see you back down from another player because they were black."
Yeah. Well, no.
And I was like,
you're an athlete, man.
And I was like, he goes, "I've seen a lot of tough kids that would rarely do it." He said, "But I even see my own sons do it a couple times."
Yeah.
He said, "Never one time did I ever see you back on the football field." He goes, all heart. He goes, "If I could ever just keep you from running your mouth and just stick to playing football," he goes, he said, "You'd be my all-time favorite." He goes, "That mouth of yours," he goes, and I was like, "Well, Coach, you used to put me in compromising positions sometimes." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You're gonna run it."
You gonna run it? We gonna make you back it up.
Because if we played a good team, I would play defense.
Yeah.
And I arm tackled somebody on a sweep. And we got him out of bounds, but they got like 10 or 11 yards. He got outside on us. And part of the containment was my job coming up, and I did, but he yelled at me, dude, so bad. He's like, "You bang your mouth all the time like you hard ass, blah, blah." Like, everybody heard it. Man, I was so mad. We walked over and I remember all and even some of my friends and stuff, they was like, "Man, he's a freaking asshole." I was like, "I hate this son of a bitch."
Yeah.
So 2 plays later, man, they run a sweep to that side of the field. Man, that boy had both feet out of bounds, and I hit him full speed. The kids that didn't ever get to play got took out. The Gatorade cooler I cleared out I cleared out the sideline. They threw 5. Every referee threw a penalty flag at me. Flags was flying in. Man, but when I got up, even though I got the 15-yard penalty and all that, when I got up, he grabbed me. And now he didn't yell this out loud for everybody to hear, but he's like, "That's how you hit somebody." I'm like, illegal fight, 2 yards out of bounds, taking a cheap shot. That's kind of what I did. You made me mad. I took a cheap shot on him.
Dang, man. Well, at least that guy learned. They may have got the 10-yard penalty or whatever, but I bet it hurt him.
But the people like that, that was the people I look back and that's who influenced me to be the person I am.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well.
It was I'm glad I grew up in Florida and not North Carolina. I think it made me a smarter person because Florida's just, at the time, back in the early 80s and stuff, Florida was, there were people from everywhere. There's people from, but not like it, man, then there was already, I knew people from up north. I knew people from out west. I knew people from the northwest.
Yeah, everybody moves to Florida.
Until you went to, a family that's all from up north and started from up north that's migrated to Florida and had dinner, then people talk loud.
They do.
They yell at each other and stuff. It's just little things, little cultural differences.
Yeah.
But, I probably spent a lot more time with black folks from playing sports and stuff because of where I lived in Florida.
Yeah.
I was the only white kid on my basketball team for 5 years straight.
Oh, yeah.
First 5 years I played, I was the only white kid.
I was
in school before I played with any other white kids.
I didn't play a lot of sports, but I grew up in a similar area, like South Carolina, where I grew up was like that.
Orangeburg, right?
Orangeburg, baby.
Yeah, it's 60% African American.
I bet it's more than that.
Probably right around there something.
Yeah. But nothing out there but cotton fields and cornfields.
I get those South Carolina TikToks that shows stats about South Carolina stuff, like the best high schools and the worst high schools and
shit. There can't be the best. There can't be any of the best high schools.
Oh, they're usually on the bad. Orangeburg usually makes the bad list.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Worst places to live, highest crime rate. Yeah, y'all in the top 5 on all that.
I hated going to school down there, man. I really did. Once I moved to Washington, from South Carolina. I lived in North Carolina a while, but went back south and Washington State for 4 years, man. And in that amount of time, I had just barely became a teenager. So having to come back to South Carolina from Washington, I mean, dude, it was like going back. It was going back in time itself.
North Charleston gets a lot of bad rap. I mean, I think they got a high school there that's like a high school prison. It's like a prison for teenagers or something. I think.
Really,
they all. I can't remember the name of that school, but I think it's I don't think it's a regular school. I think it's for school, just for they send the worst kids there. I think, because they always show up. But yeah, You'd be surprised because Charleston's such a nice area, but North Charleston not so nice.
That's where I go to the. That's where I go to these Fish concerts. They're having one over there.
In North Charleston?
Yeah.
Oh, you better be careful there. They got a lot of crime now. Lots of crime in that in the North Charleston. But yeah, South Carolina, it's Spartanburg has it always shows up on the crime list. What other? This little town where I live in, we don't have to say the name of it. How much going on here?
No,
Well, we're really more in the county, but
yeah. Now you're out here in the country a little bit. You're a little further out in the country than I am.
yeah, we don't. I can walk outside anytime and just pee in my yard. Hey, I could swim nude. I'm probably going to swim nude this afternoon, Chris. Actually,
I done told them. OnlyFans. Or OF, whatever, excuse me.
oh, for like all I gotta do is set a camera up and just swim like I normally swim.
Oh, I think so. And won't people they'll be like, oh, look at there. Pete's swimming naked again. We're gonna give him some money.
You think the church would like it? Huh?
I don't know. You think they'll kick you off the team?
What if I was kicking them off? What if I was kicking them off at 10%?
Oh, everything changed. Everything changes now.
Well, let's talk about that. You're providing for your family, right? I don't know how they would react to it.
No, they probably wouldn't. I mean, then again, though, they may not know what it is. They'll be like, oh, okay, that's nice that you do stuff like that.
I had explained to them that, yes, I will go to a poker tournament at some point, and I'll expect you guys to be going for me, not going, I can't believe he's going to play poker. So it's not a sin if you win.
So my late missus there, her grandma, they went on a cruise ship a handful of years ago, and grandma, she probably has a direct line with Jesus. You know, she's one of those kind of people. You've got people in your family that are like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so her grandma is like that. Never done anything wrong her whole life. She's a sweetheart. And they went on a cruise a few years ago, and they had the little slot machines in there. And grandma's over there, cha-ching, cha-ching, you know, she's doing her business, having a great time, won a little bit of money, talked about how fun it was, this and that, and they were like, so, they were like, you know, that's gambling, right? And that's a sin. And she's like, what? She's like, I'm not supposed to do that. You know, they had her all messed up, man. Telling her that she was doing stuff that the Lord wouldn't like.
Man, let her have her fun, man.
Oh man. And then one of the other family members over there, they have never had a drink in their life. And she's almost 70 years old right now. Never had a drink in her life. Never smoked anything. Never a cigarette. Nothing. Completely straight edge her whole life. And a couple of years ago, she went and thought she was getting a slushie at this restaurant. Turned out it was a wine slushie. And, you know, I asked her, she said, you know, she was talking about drinking it. And I was like, how was that slushie? And she was like, Chris, it was so good. I was like, yeah, it was.
Did she know after that she had drank alcohol?
Yeah, afterwards. She didn't know while it was going on, but afterwards. Just over
she had a
there.
headache. Wow,
I mean, if she finished a whole one, she might have. I bet she felt good.
It don't. I mean, if I drink just a little bit, I start feeling it. Like I can take 2 sips of beer and I can feel it. I can feel it a little bit. I have no tolerance for alcohol at all.
Some people don't. I drank some tequila the other day, just one shot, and it was like some kind of grapefruit tequila. I tell you what, dude, I'm not a big tequila fan at all, but that stuff wasn't bad. But for a shot, it's pretty good. I don't know. I don't drink a lot though. Very, very little these days.
Tequila.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
But I did have a decent date over the weekend though.
I've never heard of somewhere where somebody got drunk on tequila and it was a good story. Not one time. Where the guy actually got drunk.
Yeah, no. If you get hammered,
If somebody
on
got
tequila,
drunk on tequila, it's like, and then what happened?
Yeah,
That's when shit got crazy.
oh yeah, that's right. That's a typical thing. I only had one shot just to give it a try.
So back to the drinking. If you guys are going to drink over the holiday weekend, drink responsibly. Man, don't drink and act dumb in public and around your family and stuff. Don't embarrass your your loved ones. Don't do none of that stuff. Be
Wait.
good. Have fun.
Have fun.
In
Don't be
moderation.
have fun. Don't be dumb. Definitely. If anything, don't get behind the wheel if you're drunk. Uber is so cheap these days, y'all, and it's life saving.
Yeah.
You
And as far as man, everybody. This has nothing to do with any political thing or anything.
No politics. We're right there on that.
This has nothing to do with politics. But to me, the 4th of July, that's our Independence Day. I don't follow the royal family or think they're all that awesome because we won that war. Make no mistake about it. I don't give a fuck about when they get married or when somebody the fascination with the royal family.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I don't either.
We won our independence from that. We got documents and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But to me, people are like, oh, I'm leaving the country, whatever. So like, bye.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think all these other people from all over the world want to get here? Like, and if you is there nice places and cool places to live around the world in other countries? Absolutely, but honestly, does it really get much better than the United States? I know in some countries people would argue this or that, and I'll agree with you, but for the most part, we get, man, like if you don't like something, you can go out and spend your entire Saturday fucking protesting it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. If you want to,
or you could be on the other side of the street because you have the freedom to protest back against them, which is the dumbest thing to me.
But you're supposed to go and talk to the city and get your permit for protesting.
Man,
so you can't just do it on a whim. You're not supposed to.
Protest is weird. I think it's weird.
I think
what's funny is when there's protesters against each other. Because let me tell you what ain't never happened in the middle of all that arguing. Somebody changed sides.
You got a damn good point.
You got a bunch of people over here, blah 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 blah. They're doing their chant, and these people over here are like, blah 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 blah. They're doing their chant, and they're yelling stuff back and forth. And these two people lock in, are like, blah blah blah, and he yells something back, blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden one of them goes, "Well, he's right.
Yeah, that's right. I'm leaving.
Screw you guys, I'm going over there." Like that's never happened in a protest. So
we should go to a protest one day, and me and you can be on different sides, and then we can communicate, and one of us can cross over. We don't even have to communicate with anybody else out there. We just see each other. We have a back and forth, and then you can be like, you know what? You're right. I'm coming over there to your side now. You guys are right. And that can be the start of a new trend where people start to understand that you can agree to disagree.
People that are willing to go out and protest, you can't change their minds.
I don't think so either.
Look how they're spending their Saturdays, their day off from work and stuff. Like, really? Yeah. You think you're going to change those people's minds? No. And I don't care what side it's on.
I don't either.
Eat both sides. I think both sides are batshit crazy, personally.
Yeah.
Like, meet in the middle, man. Meet in the middle. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, to me, 4th of July is the fact that we do live in a really awesome country, and and if you live in a place where it's not safe or you don't like it or whatever, man, like there's places like this that you can move to.
Yeah, you just got to work hard. Work hard, keep your head down.
We have choices. You can make if you make good choices. You can be very prosperous. That's
probably one of the biggest things that people should teach. And again, my opinion probably doesn't matter here, but with young kids, that's what they should be telling them. You have the choice to get out of these bad areas where the parents have you. The power is up to you. But the 4th though, everybody do have a good time though. Enjoy your barbecues, your pools. Don't get too drunk and get in the pool.
But whatever you're doing, that you're free to do on the 4th without seriously breaking the law, that you're free to do, please enjoy it because we have that freedom to do that. Like a lot of countries don't.
That's true.
A lot of places you don't have that freedom. We do.
That's true. That's true.
Respect it. Respect the freedom.
Yeah. So again, we're not going to be here on Friday. We're taking it off.
Yeah, we're going to take Friday off. We'll be back on next Monday, and then it'll be posted on Facebook on Tuesday. This will be on Facebook tomorrow morning if you're watching it then.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been super fun. Quick one. We've been on here for about a little over about an hour and 20 minutes. Looks like hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
But pretty fun.
Yep. So we learned that your singing wasn't as bad as we thought.
No, you had me really worried. Like I thought this was going to be hysterically funny because I was going to like file a motion to delete that.
Well, it wasn't worth deleting. I think there's some good reels in there that you could get. If nothing else, you could get you singing.
I don't think we should make no reels of me singing, Chris.
Oh, with some of those faces that I made were pretty good.
Oh, and the most important thing we learned today, other than appreciate Independence Day and what it represents, is work on your intercourse faces. Chris, when you leave here in a few minutes, when you drive home, I want you to practice your intercourse faces. Oh my God, dude! I have literally stumbled across 10 minutes of the funniest comedy material in the history of.
I am telling you.
I just found it like if I'm like, what was I talking about? Like
The intercourse,
your intercourse faces.
dude.
I was about to say intercourse facial.
No.
If you're gonna do that, you gotta have a real cool face. Like while you're doing that, like you got to be like.
Oh my God, man! I think that was the highlight of the day. Is the internet. That is great. That is great comedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna write some material about that. Yeah.
Man. All right. Well, anyway, that was.
You're gonna
good.
practice your face.
I am.
Hold on, I'm gonna look away.
No. I don't even know, dude. I'm not.
Hold on. Let's see. Push-up position. That was missionary, right? You're in a push-up position, and you're looking down. What's the face?
I'm not giving
show
a
the
face.
Chris.
No.
Show
No.
Why you? Look, he's red. He turned red. He's embarrassed. Look, he matches that shit right there. Wow.
That shit is funny, dude. Because I can just think about it. You know, imagine what she sees. That view of her looking up. All the blood running down into your face.
He's sweating and dripping.
Oh my God, man. That is horrible, dude.
Oh my God.
That's horrible. I hope people get to see part of this, man. That's hilarious.
You've
dude.
got to practice your intercourse faces, guys. They're important. They can ruin the moment. They can ruin the moment, or they can make the moment 1,000 times better.
Oh my
If you look
God.
down and see the right face, it's on.
I don't know.
So,
That's funny.
Chris is gonna practice his intercourse faces on the way home.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get in the pool, hang around, do some. Today's Monday, ain't it? I thought it was Sunday.
Yeah, it is Monday.
Man, my days are so out of whack.
Mine are too. I need
Every
to do
day
something.
last week felt like Friday.
I need to do
All right,
something
guys,
with my life.
this has been super fun. What did you say?
I said I need to do something with my life. I didn't know what day it was.
Oh. Okay, Chris has got to get his shit together. Work on those faces. All right, guys. We'll see. Everybody have a great 4th of July. We will see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed this. And you got a whole week before you'll see us. So you got a chance. If there's any episodes you missed, go back and check them out. Share them.
Check it out. Give some likes. Give some comments on there. Take care of the mental health. And you guys are awesome. Enjoy your 4th, everybody.
Pete's the lead singer of the band.